Hello, are you sick and tired of diets, dieting, diet culture, and all the things, and you're just like so lost, confused, and you don't know what the heck is going on and what to do? Well, in today's video, I am going to be sharing some things to guide you to start practicing mindful eating, because I think it's important for us as mothers, as caregivers, to have these tools, depending on what your situation is. If you are a mommy at home like me with your kids or with your kid, it's important to just figure out how to do the things so that you're just not taking care of everybody else and neglecting yourself, but still being mindful of the nutrition part of your wellness, right? So I'm going to share the first thing that I'm going to share with you. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe and stay until the end, because I have something super special for you. So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is what mindful eating and what it is. And it is basically awareness of awareness and the experience that's associated with food and meals and eating, without any kind of judgment attached to that. And it's important because this helps us with less guilt, feeling less guilty, because if you know that diet culture always has all these things that oh, you got to eat this because it's better for you, or don't eat this because it's horrible for you, and blah blah blah. You know how the story goes, right? They'll tell you skip your carbs, don't eat carbs, they make you fat, or don't eat this, it's like this. So there's less guilt when you get to a point where you're able to practice mindful eating. And then there's also less overeating or undereating, because you have that better relationship with your food and meals and all the stuff that you are consuming. And then the other one is it allows you to have the awareness of what's really going on when you're eating, versus just eating and just doing it and not really paying attention. So it's basically paying attention to the process and the whole thing and how it goes. And then it also allows you to listen to your body, right? Because how many times have you, like I said, if you're a mom, well, I assume that you're a mom. If you are watching, well, anybody can watch this video, but this is for specifically mothers that at home. I mean, you don't have to be home. Let me just squash that whole thing. But this is for mothers, because like I said, we get so caught up on taking care of our our children that we neglect ourselves. So my question was, how many times have you gone through the day and got to a point where you're so hangry? You know what hangry is, right? You're so hangry because you quote unquote forgot to eat, or forgot to forgot to hydrate or something. And then you're just like, oh shoot, like this happened, right? So when you do mindful eating, it allows you to pay attention to those cues on when you're hungry, or the fullness, or how the foods taste, right? So these are things that I feel are very important. I mean, these are things that I've done and I continue to do. And I find that when I share the things on that I'm going to share with you right now, how to really do mindful eating, it makes a big difference compared to when I'm just like eating to just eat because I want to eat and get this over with, right? So how do we do mindful eating? Well, the first thing that we want to do is find a quiet place. So this is without any distractions. So no TV, no cell phone, no loud music. It's just you and your food. I mean, even if it gets to a point, you get to a point where you're like, well, I mean, there are times where I want to eat with my son, but I find that most of the time when I eat with him, I get so distracted, right? So I'll pick a meal throughout the day when I'm home with him where it's just me and my food. Most of the time, it's usually lunch. And this way, I'm really paying attention to what I'm doing and what's happening. So find a quiet place with no distractions, no TV, no loud music. And then when you're doing that, you want to really engage all your senses, right? You're chewing, and when you're chewing, like really, really chew. I know this sounds so simple, and you might be watching this and going, this is like, it doesn't make sense, it's weird. But trust me, make sure you give this a go after you watch this video and come back and tell me how it felt. So chew your food slowly, because we know that when we digest, everything starts in the mouth, right? So you're going to chew your food slowly and really, taste the food, like use all your senses, taste the food, smell it, smell the food, and just get your whole body to feel the process of eating to nourish our body, right? And then swallow the food properly. I mean, these are things that I share with my son as well. When he's eating, I'm like, we have to chew, because we start chewing in the mouth, and you're chewing, you use all your teeth to grind and start the whole process in your mouth, and then you swallow, and let your body do what it's supposed to do, right? And then the other one is focusing on how you feel with the food that you've eaten, right? Like, how you feeling. For example, you might have some allergic reactions to food, and if you are really mindful of you, or if you start practicing mindfulness, you are going to start paying attention to the foods that your body reacts to. Like for me, for example, I have a gluten intolerance. So like over the last few months, I've realized that I'm able to, because of this practice, I'm able to really pay attention to the foods that my body just doesn't tolerate. And then this way it allows you to start eliminating those kind of things, right? And then the other one is it's important to stop and listen, not stop, but listen to the cues. Listen to the cues that your body is giving you. You're eating, and when you eat, yeah, you can go skip it. Go skip it, please. Listen to the cues that your body is giving you. Are you full? Are you really full? Are you still hungry? Or do you feel like, you are done right now and you're just gonna stop, right? And this will all come, I mean, like I said, it's a process that takes time. But, when you implement all these things, you will eventually get to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, this is just second nature. It comes so easy to you. So I have something for you. Like I said, if you stayed until the end, I have a recipe book. So I have 15 recipes, and these are all plant-based recipes, super, super easy recipes of, breakfast meals, snacks, lunch, dinner, blah, 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 and all the goodies. And if you want access to that, sign up to my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description below. And then once you sign up, I'll be sure to send that your way. And I really do hope this video was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so we can help other mothers that are like us, that are super busy and always feel like mealtime is just like insane. I mean, these are things that you can also share with your family to implement, and then everybody's on board. And why it's so important to practice mindful eating, because like I said, we live in a society where there's so much diet culture talk, right? Where we are constantly bombarded with all these things, right? And for me, it's important because, if you watch my videos, or if you are new here, I have a video of why I decided to start this journey, because I had an eating disorder. And, these are some of the things that over the last few years, months and whatnot have really helped me out. So like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. And if you want that recipe book with 15 plant-based, they're all plant-based, we are plant-based, subscribe to my newsletter and I'll send that your way. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.